Hi Stampers, this is Kim with Great Inspirations. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to take an in-detailed look at a suite of products from Stampin Up, and it is called the Butterfly Kisses Suite. And this can be found in the Stampin Up 2022 through 2023 annual catalog, which was released on May 3rd, so just a couple weeks ago. As you can see, this suite has some very cute butterfly elements to use for a card, as well as some really pretty and bright designer series paper. So the suite can be found in, like I said, this annual catalog, and I have marked the page here. It's page 36 and 37. Butterfly Kisses Suite. And then on page 37, it shows you the components of the suite. And those components are the stamp set, the Best Butterflies stamp set, as well as the dies, which are shown teeny tiny down here, but they are also shown in more detail on page 161, and it says that right here. So the dies and the stamp set are actually bundled, so you get 10% off of them when you purchase the suite. Also, if you purchase just the stamp set and the dies, you can purchase them as a bundle as well for a savings of 10%. Another component of the suite is the Fun Flowers Resin Shapes and the Butterfly Kisses 6x6 Designer Series paper. Now, a suite is simply a collection of coordinating products that you can purchase by using just one order number. Whereas a bundle is a stamp set with a tool, whether it is dies or a punch, that when you purchase both items together, you get a savings of 10%. You also get that 10% savings, as I said, when you purchase the suite. Now, another thing that you will find in the catalog is this nice little symbol right there. And what that tells you is these dies will fit in the Stampin' Up! Mini Cut and Emboss machine. Of course, if they fit in the mini, they will also fit in the regular Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss machine. So let's take a better look at these products. Here is the stamp set. It's called Best Butterflies. As you can see, it's made up of several components to create butterflies and some greetings. What I like to do is to stamp these out with some colored ink. I've said it many times, the black and white does give me a really good idea of what the stamp set looks like and gives me some ideas for cards, but I do like to stamp them out using some different colored inks just to get a better feel for them. So as you can see, this is a photopolymer stamp set, and there are 16 stamps included. Here's the photopolymer. They stick. The images are printed in the case, and then so you can know just where to put them, and easy to keep track of them and account for them. As you can see, I have two missing because I'm going to use them in just a little bit. But this is the photopolymer. And as I said, here are the images stamped with the different colors of ink. And the sentiments: you're my bestie, hey, all the love, sending you good vibes, and so glad you exist. And then besides the butterfly elements, we also have a couple of other elements, little dots and little triangles, that you can use for backgrounds or other ways to highlight parts of your cards. So that's the stamp set. And now here are the dies. There are quite a few of them. There are 17. This one, and then these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that cut out the solid image and then give some detail. And then there are these 2 dies that die cut butterflies, and then the butterfly bodies. And this just cuts out little images that can look like butterflies. You can put them together in different ways to make butterflies, or you can even use them as little flower images for your cards. And here are what the images look like when they're die cut. This one and this one right here. The 2 butterfly bodies right here. This is right here, and this is what you get. This happens to measure 4 inches across, and I thought you could use this, the negative part of this die cut, maybe to accent a card. And then these are all of these dies here. As you can see, here's the solid die cuts, and then this is the detail. Here's a better look at the detail. And here are the others. I couldn't get them all on 1/2 sheet of paper. These 2, and these 2. This will give you this, and this will give you this. Let's see. This and this are these 2 dies. And then this and this are these 2 dies. Let me see. These 2 dies are here. And these 2 are here. And of course the ones with the circles are right here. And then this cute little one is right here. Now, along with the stamp set and the dies, there are these cute embellishments, and they are called the Fun Flower Resins Shapes. They come in 5 colors, and that's Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Starry Sky, and Parakeet Party. As you can see, I've used some. There's a larger size and a smaller size of each. They come off really easy. I usually use my paper snips to just go under and then place them on the cards. They're really cute. They're fairly flat, so they should mail easily. And then last but not least is the Butterfly Kisses Designer Series paper. And it comes in sheets of 6 by 6. There's 48 sheets of 12 double-sided designs. Here's one. This is the back side of this one. There's that one. Some really cute butterflies. I think this is one of my favorites. I love all those colors, so nice and bright. More butterflies. Some nice fresh freesia with little white dots. And more butterflies. Parakeet Party. A few dots on white. More butterflies. Some Calypso Coral. Little floral pattern. And I think this is really pretty, this floral pattern. A fun little wavy design. Another pretty floral pattern. A few triangles on that pretty starry sky. Another floral pattern. Kind of a neutral, this is Crushed Curry, a neutral pattern with just little pluses or crosses. Florals with the Parakeet Party and the Fresh Freesia. crushed curry, teeny tiny flowers, more flowers. This is fresh freesia. It's a nice kind of neutral pattern, maybe for a background. More butterflies, little hearts on Calypso coral, and more butterflies. So those are the components of the suite. Now let me talk a little bit about the cards I made. I believe these stamps and dies offer you a lot of options for your card making. For example, these butterflies I simply stamped. There was no die cutting. This is just all stamped. And I will show you later how I was able to stamp the butterfly body over the wings without having to stamp it over the other colors of ink. Now this one, the butterflies are all die cut. And I just simply stamped the Sending Good Vibes. I used some of those Fun Flower Resin Shapes and a little bit of the Designer Series paper. And for this card, it's all die cuts except, of course, for the greeting. I simply used some of the Designer Series paper to stamp what goes under the butterflies on wings, and then the detail was die cut as well as the butterfly body. And again, there's more of those fun flowers. And for this card, I stamped the wings, and then I die cut some vellum, and I used the solid die cut images, and then I put the detail die on top as well to get a little detail on there and to let the color of the stamped wings come through. And this little body is up on some dimensionals. Now, I told you I was going to talk about how I was able to create this butterfly without stamping the parakeet party over the other colors of ink. And I'll show you sort of what I mean here. There's in the sample card, hope you'll be able to see this, but right here, if you look very closely on page 36, in the sample card, they have stamped the wings and then just taken the starry sky and stamped right over it. And the colors of the ink bleed through onto the starry sky. I didn't want that. So what I did was some masking, but I didn't do masking the way I've shown you in the past. I have been so excited because this year in this new catalog, Stampin' Up! Has introduced masking paper. And I don't know if you've ever used it before, but I have and I love it. Of course, it wasn't from Stampin' Up!, but this I like even more. So what it is, it's just paper, very lightweight paper, very thin, that has a peel away backing, and the sticky that's on it, it's like a temporary adhesive. It's sort of like a giant sticky note with the sticky all over the back. So here's a small piece of it. Oh, by the way, this comes in a package of 12 sheets of 5 by 7 inch sheets. And this will last a long time because I've made several masks and I'm not finished with my first sheet yet. So I'm really happy with that. So this is just a small section of it, but as you can see on the back, this is the backing, and then this is sticky. So let me show you. So as you can see, this little image is from the Glad We're Friends stamp set, and I did some cards using this stamp set a little while back. But what I did, I stamped the image, and then I just fussy cut it. And then what you do, I use my take your pick tool. If you have a paper piercer or really pointed, like paper snips or something to that effect, it will help you to get this backing off a lot easier. And I just kind of went under it. Oh, is it not going to work for me now that I'm telling you all this? Yep, there we go. Just went under it. There's the part that's peeled off. That can go in the trash. And here's our mask. And I have used some of the masks that I made 3 and 4 times, and they're still just fine. And so what I do with them, after I've finished, I just take the stamp case and I put the images right in there. Just stick them right in the stamp case. So that was stamping and fussy cutting. Now what I did here, as you can see, that's one of the little butterfly bodies from the Best Butterflies stamp set. And I just die cut it because there was a die. And here that is. We'll peel the backing off. Maybe. Yep. Well, I have it. Okay, it doesn't want to work for me suddenly. Of course not, right? There we go. There it is. And I put this on some green cardstock, so you'll be able, hopefully, to see what I'm doing better than just having white on white. But here's my mask, and it is, of course, white because it's the masking paper. And I'm just going to put it right on the cardstock. And then those 2 missing stamps for my stamp set are right here. It's the body and a set of wings. And I'm going to stamp the wings. I think we'll just use one color. We'll use the Poppy Parade. I'm just going to stamp right over the masking paper, get it right where I want it, and stamp. Then we'll do it a second time to get his bottom wings. Oops, that didn't exactly work out correctly. Okay, we'll do a let's pretend there. Or maybe he's had a little, he's just a different butterfly. He's had a little color degrade or something. Okay, now we're going to stamp the body. So what I do is I remove my mask, and I will put that in my stamp case to save it for the next time I need a mask. Take some Daffodil Delight, ink up my stamp, and simply stamp where the mask was. Super simple, super easy. I'm just so excited about masking paper. And that's how I did these 2 butterflies. So I hope that you have enjoyed this look at the Butterfly Kisses suite and some of these cards that I made using that suite of products. And like I say, on my blog post, on my blog, there will be a post that corresponds with this video that has information about all these cards and about the stamp set and the dies and other products that come in the suite. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, stamp happy.